Myth number 1 is hackers type incredibly fast. One of the biggest myths comes from movies and TV. You've all seen it on like Mission Impossible or any other kind of hacking thing. You see characters smashing keyboards and typing things at lightning speeds, and suddenly they have access to everything. They say, "I'm in," and that's it. In reality, hacking rarely looks like that. Most of the time it's actually much slower and more methodical, and a huge part of hacking is actually research and information gathering. Before you try to exploit anything or get into a system, the first thing you're doing is scanning networks, identifying open ports, understanding services that are running on that system, and looking for known vulnerabilities. Most of the time you'll spend your time looking through documentation and analysing systems and figuring out how things work and what kind of vulnerabilities exist in the world that you can use to get into that system. So real skill isn't about typing fast, it's understanding exactly how the systems behave in the first place. Myth 2 is that you need to be a coding genius, or you need to know programming at all. This myth is one that stops a lot of people from starting because they have this idea that you need to be an expert programmer or have any kind of coding knowledge. People often think that you need to know multiple programming languages and then you need to be able to create programs yourself. But in reality, most people start learning cybersecurity without strong coding skills at all. In actual fact, someone like me, for example, has no coding skills at all anyway. What matters more at the beginning is understanding how networks communicate with each other, how operating systems work, and how web applications function and communicate with each other. And there's a lot of tools that already exist that you can utilize to find out the information you need to know. You don't need to create them yourself. Is programming a useful skill to have when you're going to be a hacker or ethical hacker? Yeah, obviously. And in the future, if you want to learn programming and just enhance your skills more, then feel free to do that. But it's not as much of a barrier as people seem to think it is. The fundamentals of how systems work are the most important thing you need to know. Myth number 3, which is probably one of the biggest ones out there, is that hacking is always illegal. When most people hear the word hacking, they immediately think about cyber criminals breaking into systems, breaking into banks, stealing money, and all this sort of stuff. There's an entire industry built around ethical hacking and defensive hacking. Companies actually hire security professionals to test their systems and find vulnerabilities so that hackers don't find them first. Then they can fix those problems, and that's what an ethical hacker is. Penetration testers, security researchers, and ethical hackers perform controlled security testing with permission from companies to figure out where the weaknesses are. And there are training platforms and labs like Hack the Box, with affiliate link in the description, I've got to say that. So hacking itself isn't inherently illegal, it just depends on the intent and the permission that you have. If you got permission from a company to hack into their systems, it's completely fine to do. It's when you don't have permission, that's when you cross the line. Myth number 4 is that hackers break into systems instantly. And yes, I know I covered typing really fast and getting into systems fast, but this isn't the same thing. In movies, TV, games, you type a few commands and then you get into a system. Security testing is a process. So it starts with reconnaissance, you have to understand the system, then you have to scan and enumerate it, and you have to figure out information of how to get into that system in the first place. What doors or windows are open, how you could potentially get into it. Even when you find an entry point, you don't just get into it, you have to then figure out a way to utilize a service in order to get access or get information, to then utilize another service to get more information, to then utilize another service to then probably maybe get into the system if there's actually a vulnerability. Basically, when it comes down to getting into systems, it can literally take days, sometimes even weeks, to enumerate and find out information to be able to get into a system in the first place. So this whole idea that you can get into a system with a few commands is just preposterous. And no, the starting point machines on Hack the Box don't count because they're designed to teach you. And then finally, myth number 5, you need a university degree. So another misconception in cybersecurity is that you need a computer science degree or a university degree or something like that in order to get into the field. While degrees can help you and they can help you on certain paths in certain parts of the industry, a lot of professionals in cybersecurity started through self-learning, getting certifications with like hands-on labs and things like that, and practical experience. Cybersecurity is a field where skills matter more than education. If you think in the right way and you can get into a system, then you've got the skills to do that. You don't need a university degree or a qualification or a piece of paper to tell people that you can do it. Quite often than not, using your skills in labs and places like that, and then getting experience with companies that give you permission to test their systems, and then creating a portfolio from that is what will get you into cybersecurity in the first place. If you can demonstrate that you understand how systems work and how to identify vulnerabilities, then employers will care more about that than a specific path that you took to learn that information. And those are 5 hacking myths that people still believe. Understanding what cybersecurity actually looks like is the first step if you're interested in learning it. And if you're wondering how to actually start cybersecurity from zero, I recently made a video breaking down the full roadmap from zero to getting your first job. I go from the fundamentals where you should learn first all the way to your first cybersecurity job, and you can check that out next up here.